But yeah. So on to the next. I just wanted to also mention that there's a versus battle coming up this weekend. It's more of a DJ battle. Um, Yeah, so Versus is trying something. I don't think it's gonna get that many views. I mean, it's cool, you know. I mean, DJing is still a big part of hip hop culture, but the DJs that they normally pick, though, it's like
suck.
Yeah, it's just not
fucking
working.
Suck.
They just be sucking, man. I'm like, dude, man, y'all where did y'all find it?
Man, it's like, damn,
just working at Home Depot or something.
It's like, damn, Scratch. It's like you just got these niggas out here that's like, yeah, we know how to turn. we know how to turn the knob on the radio station. Right. You're a DJ. Come on, right. Like what the fuck, man?
Yeah, because I mean, most of them, you know, they ain't gonna be doing no heavy scratching.
No, you know it's just like they got a little set list and they put and the shit that they put together don't.
Right, it don't mesh.
Yeah, there was a couple. I mean, there was a couple dudes that kind of like, oh, okay, but for the most part, it wasn't like, ooh, well, you know, a DJ used to get busy, man. Like motherfucking on the turntables, like motherfuckers used to get busy.
So yeah, like, I mean, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, that's one thing I want to say too. Like when I hit that boo, that's not boo for the DJ. That's just boo for these type of DJs. Because let's be clear, the DJ is the backbone of hip hop.
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely.
The DJ got so much. I mean, that's why Flex is in the position he's in.
Yeah, but if you really want to do verses with DJs, get somebody like a Kid Capri, you know what I mean? Funk Flex and see, because remember they had a little thing where they were going back and forth. Let them really battle it out in that way. People who we know. And that, you know what I mean?
Man, I tell you what, man, that Kid Capri, when he did that battle and shit, he ain't had nothing. That motherfucker's like, I ain't gonna do no hip hop.
Right.
I'm gonna come out with these breakbeats on your ass. And
I
was like cleaning up. I was cleaning up. I'll never forget. I was cleaning up the house. Like, you know, I'll throw this on. I ain't gonna listen to it too much. I was changing something else. Man, I started cleaning up and I started like, yo, this shit, my man kill. My man get fit. Yo, I listened to the whole fucking thing. Like, yeah, I'm in this. Yeah, so Kid Capri, man, shout out, man.
Yeah, he ain't busy. When I first heard of it, I was like, Kid Capri about to slaughter him. I was like, dude, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Funk Flesh, you got popularity, but you ain't got skills.
You ain't fucking with Kid Capri.
You ain't doing that. So that would be nice. Dope. You get like somebody like a Jazzy Jeff, have him go up against Scratch, because those are two of the best like scratchers in the game.
Yeah.
Listen, both of them can kill it, you know, or even Grandmaster Flash, he still got it.
Grandmaster Flash is a fucking monster.
He's a beast.
Man, I remember when they did the hip hop joint, I think VH1, the hip hop honors. This is before they just had the DJs out. I think like it was like Jazzy Jeff, Primo, and I forgot somebody else. And they said, yeah, introducing Grandmaster Flash. That motherfucker hit the switch. Boom! I mean, killed it. I'm like, God damn! Because I heard, he was like, yo, look, let me show y'all something. I mean, killed it.
Listen, straight out the gate, Flash. Gotta let you know, I don't bullshit. You know what I mean? So they need to bring back VH1 honors. I don't know why they stopped doing that. That was a good show.
Because, well, again,
Viacom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Viacom own them. They own MTV. They own BET and a couple other channels.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that, you know, you got certain people owning certain things and telling you, dictating culture to you. Like, and that's the thing, too. All these shows, man, just like me and Brittany, actually, not Grindr, not the one locked up. My girlfriend, Brittany. We actually talked about this, and she made up an excellent point. It's like with BET, why is it that we have to have these shows of fucking shaking your ass or, you know, somebody's baby daddy ain't shit.
Right.
Or something, you know, like Medea's all over the place.
All over the place.
It's like, how come we can't have...
Because they're trying to make that seem like that's black culture.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not it.
How come we can't have us going to flea markets like American Pickers and stuff.
Right.
Because we do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
We do that shit. Matter of fact, motherfuckers, we the one that been, you know what I'm saying? We be trying to get little good deals and shit. How come they can't have us like fixing up a house?
Right.
Or a cooking show.
Right.
Like why is it that we have to, it has to be raunchy? It's gotta be, you know what I'm saying? Like, how come it gotta be those things? Absolutely. How come we can't have a class about ourselves? I'm not down in like, baby daddy ain't shit, and, Medea's everywhere. That's what you want. But yeah, it just have a balance, man. Like what happened to that?
That's all I be saying. Just have some balance, man.
Just have some balance. Everybody, it's like, oh no, all these niggers are this, and just just keep running.
They're trying to set the tone. You know what I mean?
All these niggas are this.
Right. This is how all y'all are. Y'all act like Medea. All y'all do is twerk and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know. It's like, dude, man, I'm just so sick of it.
Yeah, man.
But they, that was one of the best things about VH1 back in the day. Was that dang hip hop honors, man. They had some good times when they honored the right people too. Yeah. And so, but anyway, like I said, it would be dope if Verzuz did more battles with those well-known people who deserve it. You get somebody like a Jazzy Jeff or Grandmaster Flash or DJ Scratch, a real DJ up on there, you'll have everybody watching that shit. Kid Capri, man, listen, Ron G.
Yo, man, listen, Ron G.
Whatever, man.
Bring his son up.
Who
had an interview here on this podcast.
Right on this podcast. You know what I mean? We're going to have him back too.
Yeah, we need that.
My man doing big things, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, so anyway,
might as well segue into that Grandmaster Flash.
Yeah, I was actually about to say that. Perfect timing. So yeah, speaking of Grandmaster Flash, we had the latest episode of Origins of Hip Hop, and it focused on Grandmaster Flash and his journey, and he really took it back, like all the way back to when he got started. He didn't really give you like a half story. He told you everything from his family upbringing to how things went with the group, how they met, who he started out with, and who came along after and all that. And Cowboy, him passing away, all of that, man. So it was a heavy episode, man. He talked about how he got into drugs after the group broke up. Well, he said it was a little bit of drug use before that, but it really got rock bottom after the group broke up because, he really he felt like he didn't have purpose. Yeah. And it was like, when they talked about it, man, it was like, I didn't know the whole story, man, but they was talking about the lady, because, they got approached by Sugar Hill Records. Yeah, yeah. And that lady, Sylvia, whatever her name is, Sylvia something, she was trying to get them on, and basically, they were signing with her, but then they started realizing at the last minute that they were setting them up for the okie doke. They got him a lawyer, and the lawyer was like, yeah, these contracts is trash. Y'all need to just don't sign none of this. But eventually, some of them did, some of them didn't. You know what I mean? And so that's what caused the group to break up. And then they started trying to pick and choose. Like Sugar Hill was like, basically, we want you, Melly Mel. We don't need the other guys. You're the star here. The record companies always pick apart groups like that. You're the Beyonce. We don't need the other guys. You know what I mean? It's always some shit like that. So that's what really kind of messed them up. And so
that's what fucked up groups, really. Yeah. Because, think about it. Especially like Destiny's Child. Since you were saying like you were the Beyonce, just to give that up. Mm-hmm. Beyonce was, she can sing. I've heard her sing live. Yeah. She got pipes. But the thing of it is, it's like the other people in the group made the group. But it's like, nah, we don't need that. And it kind of just fucks everything.
Yeah, it really does, man. Because
it fucks over the creativity.
Yeah, yeah. Destiny's Child went through several different members, firing one, add another. Firing this one, add this one. It was like, it wasn't enough consistency. And then, next thing you know, they're just like, all we need is Beyonce. Just give Beyonce everything. But, it is what it is. But yeah, Grandmaster Flash, really dove deep into that and talked about that. And one thing he was saying was that basically Sugar Hill took his name. He couldn't even use his name at one point.
Oh, Grandmaster Flash?
Yeah, he could not use the name. They owned the name because it was part of the contract. And so he couldn't use his name. And then they tried to, when he was fighting them for the name, they made Melly Mel Grandmaster Melly Mel. That's how that came about.
Oh,
because they was trying to give that name to Melly Mel, because Melly Mel was still trying to roll with Sugar Hill when Grandmaster Flash was like, nah, I'm stepping away. I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, basically he got robbed for a lot of money. The song, The Message, which is their most popular song, his name, he's not even credited on the song. Plus, he gets not one royalty from that song.
Man, that's fucked up.
Not one
That's
royalty.
like one of the greatest hip-hop songs ever.
Ever.
Like, it wouldn't be no conscious rap if it wasn't for The Message.
Exactly. And I mean, for that to be their biggest song, and he ain't made a dime off of it.
That's fucked up.
Man, that's why I said these shows like this are so pivotal, because he started off the show like, I'm going to tell you the whole story. We're going to start from zero. He was like, a lot of interviews, they just want you to start from the middle and build up. He's like, nah, I'm going way back. I'm going to tell y'all everything. So, but, that leads me into something else too, though. Like I said, people like him were getting robbed by Sugar Hill Records. Sugar Hill Records robbed a lot of artists.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much all their artists, you know what I mean? And what happened was, people like MC Sha Rock, after, her group was down with them, the Funky Four. They were in Sugar Hill Records. There was a group called the Crash Crew that was under Sugar Hill. All of them was getting ramrodded by them. So afterwards, Sha Rock had been trying to fight it. She had been trying to get lawyers saying, this record company dicked all of us. You know what I mean? We ain't getting no money. They took our likeness. They took this from us. They took that. And ironically, now that this episode has come out with Grandmaster Flash, Sha Rock and Raheem of the Furious Five just announced that they won a lawsuit against Sugar Hill Records.
Oh, word. Let's give that a hand. Let's give that a hand.
Just within the past week, and they're getting all their publishing, all their royalties. And they're getting back pay. That's everybody under that umbrella. Furious Five, Grandmaster Flash, Sha Rock, Crash Crew, all of them that was under that umbrella who got dicked around by that record company is getting paid back.
And let me say this too, because this is the thing, like, a lot of people that don't understand, like, the hip-hop, like, coming up and stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, well, they should have had their money. They should have had their lawyer. These motherfuckers, when they came out, they were kids.
Yeah.
And these guys were kids. They just wanted to do something to express themselves.
Exactly.
And have fun. The thing about it is, what I'm saying, that we talk about it many times. New York, some of the schools, they took the music program away. If they had kept the music program in, you wouldn't have hip hop.
Right.
You wouldn't have it.
Yeah, and I mean, basically at that point, because hip hop was just getting thrusted into the music industry like that, because most of them, like Flash would tell you, he was saying in the interview, when they started asking us to get down with the record labels, we was just like, look, we just want to have fun and make music. We play at the clubs and stuff like that. We doing good like that. We wasn't expecting a record deal. So they wasn't even thinking about that. But, the record company's like, yeah, but we can do this. We can get you all this money. We can do this, take you all around the world.
Yeah.
So, of course, they like, okay, sure.
Yeah, if you, especially, you got to think, like you said, these are young, they were young. And then, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like what Dave Chapelle said. Oh, that's another thing. Dave Chapelle had a special.
Okay.
I kind of need to talk. But that's the thing, like, Dave said, signed a contract, said, we can use your likelihood and name and likelihood for in I forgot how he signed. Man, you gonna that dog.
Exactly. Shut the hell up.
I'm saying.
Anyway,
but like you signed that contract, and you know what I'm saying, and it's just like, and even with Dave, like, yeah, I knew it was a shitty contract, but I'm trying to get, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know. Well, actually, you said, like, I didn't know at the time. I'm like, I'm just trying to get in. I'm just trying to do my skit. But, you know what I'm saying? But that's the same thing with this. It's like they were just, they were kids. They came from the, the little, not the, well, they was like lower class.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say like the projects of the hood or anything like that. I mean, I could say that, but I don't think, it wasn't like that back in the day too much.
I mean, they came from like the hood, but they wasn't like street trash.
Yeah,
like
exactly,
I mean?
exactly.
They definitely came up in the toughest parts of New York, but I mean, for the most part, but they still didn't know much about the industry, and that's why that whole thing with the group breaking up with the Furious Five, because he said that basically they were about to sign contracts, but then somebody said, look, get a lawyer first, let them look at it. And the lawyer was the one that told them, no, this is trash. You don't want this. So they were like, oh, okay. But some of them still was like, nah, I'm going to sign. And some of them was like, nah, I'm going to walk away. And so that's what kind of started splitting hairs there. And so, I'm just glad that, you know what I mean, the reckoning has finally come. It's been like 40 years.
Yeah, now. That's what I'm saying.
They have been fighting this company for almost 40 years. And, for them to be fun, they didn't want to disclose the amount. But, they said, basically they're getting what they deserve. So, which is smart. That's none of our business as far as the amount goes. As long as y'all getting what y'all know is fair, your royalties, your publishing or whatever, all the back money that y'all should have been getting over the years. I mean, because I didn't even know Flash wasn't getting no money from that song, man.
Sad.
I was like, yo.
That's sad.
But yeah, man, that damn Sylvia, whatever the fuck her name is, man. Even her, I think her daughter was on the show on Origins of Hip Hop, and she was like, "Yeah, I know the family ain't gonna like this, but I'm gonna speak out about it. My people did them wrong." She was talking about it. She was like, "Yeah, they got done wrong. I don't care if nobody don't like it, but I'm gonna say the truth. My moms and them did them wrong."
Yeah.
So that's really sad that their own daughter had to come out and say that.
I think even too, like I remember reading. I think it was the whole group.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot it wasn't Sylvia. It was the other guy that was with her. I forgot the guy.
Yeah, like her business partner.
Yeah,
or something like that.
He got in the accident. He got in the accident.
Okay.
They took that nigga to the hospital. Soon that nigga woke up. Where are my money?
Right.
That nigga just laughed.
Wow.
And them niggas took him to the hospital. Not to call them niggas like that.
Right.
Them people, them brothers. They took him to the hospital.
Mm.
And they was just like, and that mug just laughed.
Yeah.
Because of the way the contract was. But yeah, it's just, like I said, at that time, they were kids. A lot of these rappers coming up.
Yeah.
70s, 80s. It ain't like the juggernaut today. You can't. A lot of people weren't the Jay-Z's or the Eminems. What I'm saying? Like they had the business savvy and all that stuff. I mean, hell, even with Jay-Z, he had to be taught that shit. It didn't just come. You know what I'm saying? He had to be taught, in order to move certain ways. And it's just like everybody's like, well, they should have got a lawyer. They should have done this. Like, no, you gotta understand. If you didn't have nothing, someone offers you the world, you're gonna take the world. You're gonna take it.
Yeah.
They use the world as bait, and then that's the snare. And it's like, all right, now we're gonna fuck you.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm just, I'm so glad when I heard that, man, because it was like, man, this is like perfect timing because, Grandmaster Flash was just talking about this in this week's episode of Origins of Hip Hop. And, now they finally, right as this episode is playing, they're winning a battle to get all their money and stuff back. So he owns his name now. He can use it as much as he wants.
That's what's up.
And I hated hearing him talk about his drug use because he said it got pretty bad too, man. He said one day, he just kind of got to the point where he was like, I got to find something to get away from these drugs. And he said he went in the closet and pulled out his turntables because he hadn't pulled them out in so long. And he just started kind of playing around with it until he got the vibe back, and that's how he got.
What's up, man?
Yeah, so
yo, let's get that.
Yeah, definitely, man. Let's get out some claps, man.
Flash. I don't know if you heard this, man, but you're my fucking hero, dude.
Yeah, man.
For real, man.
Definitely, man.
You're my hero, man.
That dude is the man. So yeah, man. So that another thing I want to mention real quick as far as origins of hip hop, they have now done a spin-off podcast from the show. It's called the Origins of Hip Hop Podcast, hosted by none other than Grandmaster Caz.
Oh shit!
Yes, sir.
Yo.
Yes, sir. So,
that's my fucking hero right there too. Yo, hey, all the time, every time when somebody fuck up something, I'll be like, look, I don't wish nothing bad on you, but I don't wish nothing good on you neither.
Right.
I always. Caz, my dude, he got this hat, yo. He got the Grandmaster Caz.
Yeah.
That's like, yo, Caz
Is that dude.
Come on, man. Let me get the hat, yo. Let me get some. I mean, you ain't gotta have it, exactly like yours, because we don't want to bite and shit. But give me some Caz merch, man.
Yeah, man.
Give me some Caz merch.
Yeah, man. Something. Help us out. We'll do that.
I will buy. We need funds allocated. Goddamn it, so I can buy the Caz merch.
Exactly. So the podcast, the Origins of Hip Hop Podcast, has already started. So anywhere you can find podcasts, it's probably there. So Spotify, all that type of stuff. Go there and look for it.
Yeah, I will look for that because that's probably where I probably gonna have to get the feel for it because yeah, so that's dope, man.
Yeah, I was like, dang, that's dope, man. I'm glad they've started doing that. So, but anyway, so yeah, man, that's a dope turnout as far as the pioneers of hip hop being able to get that
salute,
vindication and retribution and all that good stuff. So, let me go ahead and move on to the next real quick. The Supreme Team documentary. I have watched the first episode. Great documentary. Talks about, this big crew called the Supreme Team. The leader was Kenneth Supreme Griffin. And a lot of them, basically, their names were because, the Supreme name wasn't because, he was the boss. It was more so because most of them were in the 5% nation. So they would always get those, Supreme Allah, knowledge, God, stuff like that. They would get those intelligent names that would reflect something about them. So his name was Supreme from the 5% nation. So I didn't know that until I watched that episode. I always wondered. I was like, was it because he was just the boss? He was the supreme guy in the crew? Nah, it was all of them was rolling with the nation of the gods and the earths, So
see, that's what I'm talking about, man. The whole, the naming. Names are important.
They are, man. They really are.
Because now you got, what I'm saying? So Supreme, 80s, Grandmaster. We just talked about Grandmaster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fucking
Grand Wizard.
You know what I'm saying? How fucking now then it kind of went to Big. Big Daddy Kane.
Mm-hmm.
Big Pun.
Yeah.
Fat Joe. Notorious B.I.G. Went to Big. Now I went to Lil.
A little. Yeah.
Lil.
A little this and little
that. Look, and they shit sound little.
Mm-hmm.
And shit.
Exactly, man. So I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I never wanted to call myself little anything, man.
Yeah, little. Some of the littles was all right, but they just
wasn't the worst. It's just that shouldn't be the standard.
But it's it's like the mindset Supreme.
Right.
That was think about that.
Something to look up to.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, it was you looked up to the grown-ups in the game, like Rakim Allah. I want to be like him when I grow up. Now it's the other way around. You got these grown-ass people I want to be young again, like Little Dirk and Little Baby and this and that. I want to be wearing my little puny jeans like them. You know what I mean? And look like them when I'm 55 years old. It's no, it's the other way around. They're supposed to be looking up to you.
You will.
You know what I mean? So
Yes.
It's bass backwards, man. Bass backwards.
KRS-One said it best. It's like we walking the fish and flying, and like making a bird swim.
Right.
Yeah, we flying the fish and walking a bird, some shit like that. It's like it's so
I'm telling you, but names, like you said, names meant something. Knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everybody.
Yeah, man.
You know
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Oh
Name.
my God. We don't have enough of that
Cool
no more, man.
rap. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like these names meant
cool
something.
Genius of rap.
Yeah.
King,
name.
what was King? King, Asiatic,
no one is equal. Like name meant shit.
Exactly.
But now it's like, we love this.
Right.
You know, City Girls.
Right.
Like, what the fuck that about?
Right.
City Girls?
I ain't gonna lie, I always hated that name. I mean, I ain't hating on the group, but I always hated the name. It just sound like
it's just so.
It just sound like a couple of hood boogers. You know what I mean?
Basic as shit.
Yeah, like
it's just basic.
Them the loose girls in the neighborhood. Them the city girls.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Like you like come. We need a team. We need a name for a group.
Right.
Girls. Nah, it's too basic. City girls. Ooh, you own this.
Right. We're girls and we live in the city, so
city girls. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's sad.
Yeah.
But
we're going back to the Supreme Team. I'm sorry.
But no, the Supreme Team, I just wanted to say it was really good, and I encourage anybody to look at it. It was on Showtime, yeah. So, they're up to like episode 3 or 4 already, but I'm a little behind, so I'm just now getting to episode 1. But I encourage anybody to look at it, man, because it, really talks about how they got into the drug game and selling. They said that New Jack City was loosely based on them, which I never knew because they remember how in New Jack City they took over that whole building. That's what the Supreme Team did. They had this one building that they took over. You know what I mean? And so they was like, yeah, that was loosely based on us. Trust me.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. And that's one of my favorite movies. No wonder I like that so much, man, because it's not that I love just seeing people sell drugs and none of that, but it's just, it takes you back to that time when you grew up and you realize people were really struggling and trying to hustle to feed their families and not just be swept under the rug of society.
Yeah.
So, they were just doing their best, and I mean, it was wrong, but they felt like it was necessary.
Rock-a-bye, baby.
Man.
Yeah.
That's a classic right there, boy.
Yeah.
So anyway, you were saying that before we wrap up, you were saying about Dave Chappelle's new show.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle
I haven't seen it, but I did hear he had
Yeah, Dave Chappelle, it was basically him talking to the kids of the Duke Ellington, I forgot the school.
Okay.
It's in D.C. I want to say Academy.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I mean, that's his hometown. So
yeah, the Duke Ellington School of Arts or something like that. But basically, he was just talking about, like, the kids, that I think it was a couple years, probably like a year or so ago, when they were talking about, him they wanted his name on the school because of what he, because he was a student there.
Okay.
And the thing of it is, the kids they didn't want him to be on there because, the whole about the closure, about him being transphobic and things like that. But it's like, did anybody see the closure?
Right.
Like, he basically explained what happened. He explained he actually helped a transgender person become a comedian who got slandered so bad that she killed herself.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And on the closure said, look, I'm not making any more jokes about transgender people anymore until we get an understanding of what's what.
Right.
He literally said that I'm just paraphrasing, but he literally said that on the special. But he said he wasn't really mad at the kids. He was just mad at some of the talking points.
Yeah.
Because he knew that these kids were being fed certain things.
Right.
And it's just like, what I'm saying? Like, he was saying that, this school, it was about the art. It was about people, there's a lot of good people that came through here and made something of themselves.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it was about the art. And it's just like, he was saying that it was basically saying, giving the address, and he was saying, well, I don't think we need to put my name on it. We'll call it this. Okay. I forgot what it was a good name. And saying, if you want to put my name, you can put my name on top of this when you feel like it.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So he killed it, man. He killed
That's what's up, man.
But it was basically like a talk. I mean, he had some jokes and things in there too, but it was more so of a like everybody, man. Dave Chapelle is definitely more into like something else. Like he ain't just a comedian.
The way I heard about it was because some other comedian was talking about him on a show about, you know, how he was a good comedian, but most of the specials that we've been seeing recently are just him giving speeches. It's not really a actual stand-up set. And he was just like, you know, where the jokes at? You know what I mean? He was just like, you know, all he's doing is giving speeches, and it's like, yeah, but he's so fucking good at it, you still gonna laugh. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
He's just a naturally funny person.
Well, that's the thing.
You know, he can be a valedictorian speech, and he's still gonna make you laugh.
Well, that's the thing, because he knows this is the thing. Him going to that school and talking to that school proves what he is and what he morphed into. The mug is so good with what he do. He can do it in his sleep.
Yep. Exactly. He the realest one.
Like, yeah. So like on his with the joke, with, you know, what he's doing, he know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like he know the craft. He mastered his craft.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. And it was funny too, because on there, you know, that's one thing about the school, because it was a school of arts. And what happened was he ended up, I think before he went to that school, he became a comedian.
Okay.
I think he did a show, or no. He hung out at a show and he talked to one of the comedians, you know, back then. And he's like, so he said, hey man, so what do I need to do to be a comedian? So, well, if you want to be a comedian, you might want to consider acting. So what he did, he went, he performed like, I think it was like a monologue or stuff for the school. And these people kept on asking questions. They kept on asking questions to the kids. It's like, do you want to be an actor? And some of the kids were like, yeah, I want to be an actor. Da, 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 da. They went to Dave. It was like, do you want to be an actor? He said, no, don't want to be an actor. I want to be a comedian. I did this because a comedian told me, in order to be a great comedian, I need to act. He said he did the monologue, fucked it up. He said this shit was fucked up. And they was like, nah, and they didn't get finished. They were like, nah, we're good. Just go on. Dang. And then so he was almost like, man, fuck this school, man.
Yeah.
But one of the kids came up to him and said, hey man, you're in. It's like, what? I said, nah, I fucked that up. I said, nah, you're in. And I think what it was is because he said all these people were struggling, wanted to be actors. And he said, no, I want to be a comedian.
Yeah, because he knew, man. He knew. That man is very smart. Very smart. And that's one thing I love about Dave, man. He's not just, all I can do is tell some dumbass jokes. I know some shit. You know
Yeah.
He got a head on his shoulders, man. So I like that about him.
And actually, I've been meaning to check out, I don't have that Luminary app, but, you know, him, Mos Def, and Tyler Kweli, they got a podcast.
Yeah, I've been meaning to check that out too.
Check that out.
Because that's going on anyway. That's already been going on for
for a while.
A year now.
Yeah,
so
we need to check it out.
I've been meaning to check that out.
Sorry, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Dave.
But,
like, how come you ain't checking out my podcast? Niggas, beat y'all there. I'm gonna beat y'all like that transgender man that came up there and tried to attack me.
Exactly.
That's kind of fucked up.
Hey, dude did get his ass whooped though.
Oh
but
man,
that was his fault.
I love that shit.
Yeah,
I love that shit. I ain't And hey, like I said,
that was somebody else's show recently.
Really?
Somebody, a rapper, I can't remember who it was, like Lil Wayne or somebody. Somebody tried to rush the stage, but security, man, they grabbed him so fucking quick and just threw him back in the crowd.
I don't mind, man. I'm telling you, man. Like, I mean, whether you love certain celebrities or not, you don't. When they're doing their art, I don't think it's right for you to come up on where they doing their art and trying to kick them out or do anything like that, or at least try to. Now I can understand like throwing pies and tomatoes and shit or something like that. I get that, you know what I'm saying. But at least you in your space down there, you know what I'm saying. You at your space, they at their space, you know what I'm saying. But you ain't rushing the stage and whoop his ass. Or you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I can much respect that. Yeah, sorry, that's our technician now. But I can much respect that more so than like, you know, you rushing the stage. Yeah. Like that man worked there to get, you know, whether you agree with not, the man or woman worked there to get to that spot, and they offering this service to perform. You know.
And the people that do that, they ain't looking to do anything. They just want their 15 minutes of fame. I'll be known as the person who ran up here. You know, not even thinking about what am I doing to this person who's working hard up here. You know what I mean? All they worried about is, I want my minute of fame. And it's really sad, man. There's this new show called Digital Addiction. Yeah. Man, it really explores how addicted people are to their technology. I mean, they pick one or two people every episode who have a real, like, and I think everybody's getting there, but these people who have an excessive addiction, like, they travel everywhere with their phone. Yeah. Whether they're on the toilet, when they go to sleep, you know, they holding the phone in the hand, and, you know, they got like how we got multiple screens set up, you know, and they always going live, and they just can't live without technology because they feel like that's the only friends I have. And it's like, that's not my life. Nah. What you motherfuckers see, that's not my life. Nah. I got real fucking friends, you know what I mean, like Howie. Yeah. You know what I mean, who I can see in real life. You know what I mean? I don't need to, oh man, I got to take this selfie. Oh,
yeah, I got to make sure to get my fans and everybody. But yeah, man, I mean, but you'd be surprised, man. You'd be surprised. Sad, and it'd be crazy. Like, even like, you know, people that you would deem attractive, like attractive women, and it's really sad, man. It really is.
Yeah, and sometimes their addiction will be to something like the video games, where they'll, you know, there was this one guy, he was like 40 some odd years old, and he spent 15 hours a day playing this game.
Damn, son. I mean,
and he living with his parents. Damn. How the fuck is you 40 something living with your parents, and that's all you do? 15 hours a day.
But I mean, now I will say this. I know you got streaming, you got Twitch. There's ways like now people can get paid to do that. Mm-hmm. Is he at least doing that? Mm-hmm. God damn.
He just addicted to playing. Because they was like, well, you don't want to go have, you know, some time with your friends. He was like, my friends are in the game.
Dang, son.
I mean, this nigga got a full fucking beard, look older than me. I'm like, damn, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Don't get me wrong. I like a good game like everyone. And by the way, the Shredder Revenge joint, 100, it was sold million.
Okay.
And then we get it's a slight claps because the joints.
The pew pew claps.
Yeah, pew pew everybody. But
yeah, like I said, I'm good with that. There's nothing wrong with video games. It's just when your life has become all about something like that, some sort of technology, whether it's your phone or the video game, it's like you have to realize I got to scale it back.
Oh yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean? I got to scale it back. I cannot just live my life looking at this screen for 24 hours a day.
I mean, I go over, like, you know, when I go to my girlfriend's house for the weekend, like her brother there. So we you know, I got a Switch. We'll bring out Mario Kart. Like, okay, we're gonna play Mario Kart. Yeah. And we choose you know, we have a good time, you know what I'm saying? But I'm with, you know what I'm saying, like, and, you know, we'll play like maybe an hour or two. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And I understand, like, when you're younger, you know, back in the day, you played forever, and you trying to unlock characters and things like that. I get that.
Right.
I get like playing RPGs. You doing long campaigns. I get that.
Yeah.
But it ain't everything.
Yeah.
There's other stuff you could be doing.
That shouldn't be when you wake up, you go straight to that.
No.
You go to sleep, that's crazy.
No.
They barely eat. And most of them, like the guys who were doing it, they didn't have no girlfriends and no wives, nothing. You know what I mean? And you can't. Because there's no way you got a woman sitting next to you ready to give you some loving and you like this?
Yeah, talking about some, we gonna play.
Nah.
See, that's how, I ain't gonna say nothing.
If they put it on you right away, the right way, you're gonna be like, fuck that video game. I'll come back to that shit.
Yeah, I'll come back to that later. Yeah, Link, your ass is gonna have to be struggling with Gandalf right now. I'm about to get some of this pussy.
Right.
You know what I mean? You better shoot up this club, nigga.
Right. Y'all don't see nothing wrong with that. You need something more than a video game or a phone. And and it was like most of them looked horrible. You know what I mean? Especially the females. They were like older females in their late 40s, going in the 50s, and getting Botox and all that. So my fans want to see me with all this Botox and these fillers and looking like a damn fool. I was like, I'm telling you, man, if y'all get the chance to find this show, it's called Digital Addiction.
And where is this on?
It was on regular TV, like ABC or some shit like that.
Oh, okay.
And they probably got it on demand or on Hulu or some shit like that.
I could probably get that through Tubi.
Yeah, Tubi. I bet you can find it on there.
Tubi can freeze you.
Yeah,
I fucks with Tubi.
Yeah. So it's called Digital Addiction.
Yeah. So man, it's really unfortunate. It's sad. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I like technology like as much as the next guy. I like computers. I like that type of stuff.
Computers putin'.
Computers putin', man. Computers putin'. Camera.
But yeah, man. I'm just saying, that's what people struggle with is just finding balance. And that's one thing I've always tried to do in my life. No matter what I do, find balance.
Facts.
I'm not, and there's certain shit that I love doing. I like a good video game too, you know what I mean? But I know damn well I can't be on that shit for more than a couple hours. After a while, I'm like, I got some other shit to do. Let me go be an adult for a minute, no matter what it is. If it's a hobby of mine, I know I gotta do it for a while, stop, go do something else. You know what I mean? I love hip hop music, but I can't just be blasting that shit 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody around me ain't gonna want to hear that shit all day. So, I gotta, if they want to hear some country, let them hear some country. Let them hear some R&B, whatever they want. You know what I mean? But you just gotta find balance, man. That's the lesson for the day. Find you some balance.
Find you some balance.
Whatever your vice is, find balance in it. But anyway, I guess we can go ahead and wrap it up, man.
Yeah, man.
Anything else you want to say on the show?
No, man. I think that's it, man. I think,
yeah, man. Topics. We appreciate y'all hanging in there with us week after week.
Yep.
Please don't forget to hit all the buttons. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe.
We need funds allocated
for the school.
So we can buy the cash merch.
Yes, sir. We need that cash merch.
We need the cash merch.
You know what I mean? We need all types of merch, man. So I'm telling you, man, we about to step it up in here, man. So,
yeah, for real.
And, don't forget, check out our lyrical breakdown in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
We got a bunch. This last week I did MF Doom because it was his birthday, so felt like it was only fitting, on the day of his birthday. And it was a joint that was something I really liked. So, joint he did with cannabis. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, for episode 214, 214, right? 214. This is your man Kurt, and this is
Howard.
And thank y'all for checking out Try It Hip Hop Podcast. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace.